Ready? Are we recording? Yay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this special call. We are so excited. You are all here to learn about this amazing business, Hugh Grace. We have Sara Jensen here. We're so excited, who is the co-CEO, co-founder, and she is the co-parent of Hugh Grace, here to share a little bit about her thoughts on this company and creating it. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Do you want me to talk now or later? What do you
Tell us all about how you came.
all the things. Hi, everyone. I'm Sara. As Lindsay said, co-founder, co-CEO, and my favorite title is Mama to Hugh and Grace. I'm going to tell you guys why we started Hugh and Grace, because this is something I never, ever, ever imagined doing my entire life. But it is also the coolest thing that I could never have dreamt of. So I was raised in a small town in Northern California. I'm the oldest of 6. I have 4 sisters and a brother. And my mom is an RN, but she was a stay-at-home mom. And so all I wanted to do growing up was to be a stay-at-home mom with 4 kids. That was my dream. Got married young, 23. We started trying at 25. We were healthy. I put healthy in quotes, so because I was an ultra marathoner. My husband did CrossFit. We didn't drink alcohol. We ate everything we were supposed to. And we went through 14 years of unexplained infertility. And during those 14 years of unexplained, being unexplained is terrible because you can't find anything wrong and fix it. We went to world-renowned doctors across the country trying to figure out why we could not get pregnant. We made huge lifestyle changes. I was an ultra marathoner. I loved to run. It kept me sane during all this month after month after month of failure. And I stopped running. I hate needles. I would go into acupuncture 3 times a week. I couldn't get a job promotion because I had to have the flexibility to go to my therapy appointments, my acupuncture appointments, my doctor's appointments, get my blood work done. And it was our 6th round of IVF. And I was sobbing in our doctor's office, the best doctor in Beverly Hills. And I said, what else can we do? I don't know how much longer we can take. What we went through nearly broke me as an individual and our marriage multiple times. And it was then when the doctor said, what chemicals are you spraying around your house? What skin and home care and what wellness products are you using? Because what goes on in around your body can impact your hormones. And during all my runs of fertility, they were trying to monitor my hormones. They were trying to measure the levels and spike my levels. And I didn't fully realize that I was during every round of IVF, I was prescribed a hormone cream. And I rub a small amount on my skin at night and go in the next morning and get my blood levels tested, and my hormones had spiked. And if that small amount of cream had the power to disrupt my hormones, other things you put on and around your body can disrupt or help your hormones as well. The amazing, fantastic, best part of the story is my husband's sister volunteered to be our surrogate, and she gave birth to Hugh. A year later, my sister called me and said, I want to try to give Hugh a sibling because we were so close growing up, and she gave birth to her daughter, Grace. The name Hugh means heart, mind, and spirit, and Grace means goodness, generosity, and love. That's what brought us our children, and that's our company values. But we finally had our kids, and I couldn't sleep. And it wasn't because I had a crying newborn. Because when we started doing more and more research, when we initially learned about the topic of hormone disruption, we were just thinking of hormones and fertility, because that was our sole focus for 14 years. But as we dove more into the research and data, we learned these chemicals are linked to anxiety, depression, obesity, cancers, autoimmune diseases, and the list went on and on and on. And I'll tell you our professional careers, because you always want to understand who you're partnering with. My husband started his career in investment banking. He has 2 master's degrees from USC. He went to amazing leadership rotation programs for GE Capital and his amazing company. In his last role, he operated a multi-billion-dollar family office in Beverly Hills, overseeing global investment portfolio strategy. He's turned around businesses, operated businesses. I've always worked in philanthropy. I had my MBA from USC. And at the time, I was working with our top alumni parents across the country, developing really meaningful relationships with some of the best thought leaders and executives in this country. And when we learned that what we experienced really impacts everyone, and I said, Ben, we need to pay forward what we were given. Because what we went through nearly broke us so many times, and we're strong. I'd like to say they have a strong human being, but like other people are also struggling. And how do we pay forward? And so between our professional networks, we can get to anybody. So at first he said no. He's like, no, we went through 14 years of hell. Let's just like love on our kiddos. But he realized we need to do this. It was something we could not do. So we resigned from our careers that we loved. We loved our careers. They were fun. We had great lives, but we knew we needed to do something more. And when it's interesting, having worked in my career, I've worked with very influential people who would sell their company or have a major transition, and they would be in a deep depression. And when we finally had our kids, I'm like, Ben, what is Ben and Sarah's definition of success? Not the world's. What is Ben and Sarah's? What makes us happy? We want to be together with our family, with our kids that we finally had. Don't want to be in an airplane every week. We wanted to be around positive people who care about making an impact, and also impact. What is real impact? And we actually started our business with a problem. So we were originally formulating conceptualizing a fertility wellness company, that when we were just equating hormones and fertility. But then we turned it into Hugh and Grace. We said, where do we start? We have world-renowned doctors on our medical advisory board. And Dr. Jenna Hua, she founded a company called Million Marker. It's the very first personalized chemical exposure test. It's a urine test. We went to her and we said, okay, how do we address this problem? And so she said, start with skincare. So what goes on your body goes in your body. And then keep it simple. What goes on and around your body. And so we launched with skincare. A year later, we launched our wellness, and then we launched home care a year later. And we said, we need to keep this messaging super simple, duplicatable, easy for everyone to understand. We create products that you're already using. Hopefully you're already using soap and home cleaners, but keep it where it's first of all consumable. So one of the stats we learned is that North American women put on 12 products a day, which is over 160 chemicals a day unknowingly. Average man puts on over 80 chemicals a day, and we're exposed to hundreds more in our environment. And we said, if we can make really simple solutions, simple swaps is what we call it, simple swaps. And people can simply swap out products they're already using for better performing products that are hormone supportive. It's easy. You focus on your morning routine, focus on your skincare routine, focus on your night routine, focus on your shower routine. If you can simply swap products with amazing products that are gender neutral, safe for kids, safe during pregnancy, that is the way to make real meaningful impact. Let's talk about this business channel and why we chose to do this business channel, and how we also evaluate and really make sure that we stay relevant. And because my husband's been dropped into turnaround companies that have not been operating. And so when I was at graduate school, okay, so first of all, we were formulating our business and products 6 and 7 years ago. No one was talking about hormone health. People are just starting now to talk about hormone health, which is super exciting. Hormone health is the next gut health. The hormone health market is projected to be between $50 and $80 billion by 2030. And we were saying, if we're going to address a problem, create solutions to a problem people don't know they have, we need to create awareness. There's education, content, community with products. And we said, that's direct sales. And my favorite Harvard business case study when I was at graduate school was on Brownie Weiss. She invented the Tupperware party back in the 50s and created a whole platform where women back in the 50s were not earning income. We watched this black and white video of her at a conference after this case study. And I saw these women cry on stage. And I cry on stage every time I'm up there. And I actually flew to her museum in Orlando after I graduated 15 plus years ago, and had a photo there. And I said, Ben, this woman created a platform that changed the world. Because when you instill confidence in someone, and especially in a woman, we love men too, but especially in a woman, but you're a better human being. You're a better mother, better friend, better citizen. And to be able to have that platform where she helped people see that they could accomplish things they never knew they could accomplish. And so we said, okay, direct sales is the model that we need to have for our business. How do we elevate it? How do we modernize it? How do we meet people where they are? How do we create products? Okay, so there's been a lot of shifts in direct sales and also the just overall retail economy as well. But so, we when we first decided to do retail, this direct sales, Ben actually read a book and he was diving into how direct sales companies fail. I'm like, Ben, why are you reading about failure? Like, let's like manifest like positivity. Let's like this. He's like, Sarah, I need to understand. I need to understand so we can reverse engineer what to do, how to look for this, how to create something that's sustainable. Guys, our kids' names are on this business. We care. This is not something that we're in it. We are very in it. And so what we do, we have, first of all, we need differentiated products. We were hosted at a huge business and wellness summit with global brands. And they said to scale in today's retail economy, you need more than just great products and a great mission. You need to have a great community, which I will touch on, but you need to have a real authentic brand story, which we have. And that is our story facilitates your stories. You know, it's so interesting because when we were finally pregnant, expecting, I should say, and we were always so private with our fertility struggle because that month after month after month after month of failure, it was too hard and painful for us to talk about. And I never want to be asked about it. But when we shared that we were expecting and that my sister and sister-in-law were carrying our babies, people came to us and they heard our story and they said, you know, I struggle with depression, or I have a thyroid issue, or they knew somebody who has struggling, and that vulnerability and connectability. And so people, especially today, they don't want to be just sold to by some company that's trying to make money. They want to know that there's a real connection, and there's connection that is real. I talk about this. I said, it is not that Ben and I were co-CEOs, co-founders. We have 2 littles. We are traveling nonstop. It is very, very hard what we do. It is very hard. Working 24/7, it feels like. But us having those 14 years of not having Hugh and Grace, those years were even harder. And to know that there are simple solutions for people to live healthier, happier lives. Our hormones impact our mental health, our physical health, our sexual health. Let me go through hormone health benefits. Okay, so you're like, okay, this company helps promote hormone health. What does that even mean? Hormone health benefits include mental clarity, less stress, better sleep, clear skin, weight management, longevity. And I can go on and on and on. These are issues and topics that every single one of us wants to have. The way we address it. So I talked about our go-to-market strategy. We have our advocate program, which is incredible. We launched 3.5 years ago. It has been my dream. People ask, like, what's the vision for Hugh and Grace? I'm like, we will be a global brand. And this is our first going to Canada. Guys, I have wanted to do this for years. This is a true dream of mine, to be able to say, we are doing this and we're doing this together and with people. You know, not having come from direct sales, I didn't know the magic. And when it's done right, it is true magic. To be able to go and travel but be with real people making real impact. This is about sharing authentically things that are good for you. We offer we have amazing content, we offer master classes. We partner with some incredible brands. We launched this 3.5 years ago, but we 4 seasons. We're partner with them. Waldorf Astoria. The Milken Institute, the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, is the world's largest and leading healthcare health education platform. They have a Hugh and Grace scholarship for their hormone health course. We have such amazing experts, brands that come to us, but also our advocates are our experts. We have listening sessions once a month where we have a leadership advisory council where we listen to our advocates. You are the ones who are on the ground talking, knowing your customers, knowing what people need. Ben and I have traveled the country. We will be spending lots of time in Canada this upcoming year, but really knowing and wanting to understand, how do people talk about products? What do you need? I will tell you this, our company is not perfect. We are about progress, not perfection. We make mistakes all the time. I will promise that we'll make mistakes. We'll get things wrong, but what we do is we care. And we would go and we make things right and we learn things. We are transparent. We say, wow, we thought this was this way, but we just learned it's not. So we do that. Jamie and Lindsay, what else can I talk about? I get excited and sometimes I bounce all over the place, but that's me, guys. I'm Sarah. I'm real. You look at authenticity with what we do.
Oh, well, and we love you and your authentic self. And my cheeks are already hurting, so I'm smiling so big. while we have an extra minute, and I know you don't normally talk about this, but I would love to talk more about Million Marker and like how, because I think that speaks to, and I can build off this when I talk about products in a little bit, but like through we've talked a lot about like what, we're cleaner than clean and we're non-toxic, but also like there's a lot of dishonesty and confusion in the market in terms of like when people say those words a lot and it's not necessarily true, but we can back that up. So can you talk through that?
Yeah, it's this whole landscape, it's really interesting because yes, we have like our products are hormone supportive. They help you live healthier, happier lives. There's a lot of companies out there that rate products, but what they do is they don't have the technology. They look at your ingredients list and they say, hey, you have peppermint in your formulation. They don't know if that peppermint was grown in organic conditions or in terrible conditions. That's a 4. So they just look at the ingredients list. Million Marker is they started with urine. So they started with humans and really testing products. And they are testing, actually physically testing products to make sure that these products are what they say they are. Because unfortunately, what we do is, so when we have world-renowned doctors on our medical advisory board, when we get a paper formulation, we run it by our doctors and they approve. They say, okay, no, this, because we also need to have efficacy. Because a lot of also products you'll see an ingredient, but maybe it's a sprinkling, and maybe it's like I say this, I don't have ego. I have a lot of ego when it comes to our products because their kids' names are on our products. And I want things that are simple, that you get excited to use. So Million Marker, we partner with them where products are Million Marker tested and verified. We have she's on our medical advisory board. We'll have to do a master class with her. She is amazing. But it is hard to have that transparency and that just dedication. We have expert QA where we hire a third party outside source. So yes, we work with amazing product manufacturers, but we have someone that is outside that will go and test and actually make sure they're doing the things they say they're doing. So really, really high standards there. I will talk about our community and even our ethos because, I was raised in a very strict religious household where I was always known growing up as the person who didn't drink, who didn't smoke, who didn't go to party. Like but I was never known for who I was, for my leadership, for the community service, for everything I did good. So we do not have a no or a never list. Because of course, we're not going to put chemicals in our products that will impact our hormones because that was integral for us having our kids. But what we do, we talk about who we are. We help detox, repair, protect. We have luxurious, amazing anti-aging product, great products that you're going to feel good using. I also want to talk, Jamie, about simplicity because it's so interesting because people are now starting to understand about the topic of hormone health and it's super exciting. But they would go to our website and we actually launched last year, just over a year ago, the routine. So people would go to our site, like, I care about hormone health, but where do I start? And we said, start with the routine. It is 3 products, first thing in the morning, do it every single day. You will look better, feel better, be better. 70% of consumers who start with the routine purchase again. Which is unheard of. Over 50% of our revenue is on subscription. We have less than 1% return rate. Our average order value, depending on the time of year, goes between 125 and 135. So if you're an entrepreneur and you want to have sustainable income, let me also touch Jamie really fast just on this business channel is thriving. There have been some companies that have gone out of business and changed it. But what you want to do is you want to look at repeat purchases. So we have over 3.5 years of data where we say, okay, 50% of people are on the subscription. We have our low return rates, our people love our products. You want to look at product differentiation where yes, thankfully, like not everything, but there's a lot of non-toxic brands out there right now, but everything's non-toxic. That's one reason Beauty Counter failed because they were non-toxic makeup, and then everyone had non-toxic makeup and they weren't differentiated. So there wasn't a reason to actually buy through someone. We are hormone supportive. We have an authentic story. We have an authentic mission. We've been very selective with people we've actually turned away a 7-figure check when we were launching our business that we really could have used because we didn't feel like they were going to help us authentically grow our brand. One of our investors is called X Factor Ventures. It is a female-run fund that invests in female-founded or co-founded companies with $1 billion+ market opportunity. And they said they invested in us pre-revenue. And they said, you, by modernizing direct sales and also having an authentic connection to hormone health, where you're not just another brand trying to sell something, but there's actually a real meaning, Hugh and Grace exist. We were featured at the Tower Cancer Research Foundation's annual event last week at the fancy Beverly Hills Hotel, and everyone stayed there. They brought them on stage because these chemicals are linked to cancer, and said, so they are real people. They are the reason we started this company. This company has a real mission and is needed by everyone. It's real, guys. I get passionate and I get emotional, but it's something that, like, when you know better, you do better.
Yeah.
And to be able to offer those products, solutions, education, content. And I also do want to say, you do not have to be a hormone health expert. You don't have to be a chef to recommend a great restaurant. Our two top sellers, one is a hormone health expert, and she can go through the science and she can go through like exactly how these ingredients really benefit your health. Our other one says, look how amazing my hair looks. And it's that easy, just because the products do work. And you don't have to feel like you be yourself. Your friends, your community loves you for who you are, and you can fit into anywhere in this company.
Okay, so I know we're wrapping up your part here in a second, but I just admire, respect, love, and you so much. And I wanted to have you share a story you shared with me recently, but we haven't talked, you don't hear it a lot on like these calls, because I think it speaks to our community and our culture that's really, it's top down. Like, because you and Ben are like at the helm and the caliber and quality people you are. And so recently you told me, like, well, anyway, I'll finish my sentence. Because of that, because of who you are, it just makes this such a special, different, unique, amazing, wonderful place that we really cherish. Like, we love this. We love working with you so much. But you told me a story recently about after he was born, with the maternity leave issue at USC, and what you did. Like, it just like gave me chills, and it just made me go like, this is why I will always be in your corner, Sara Jensen. So would you tell that story before we like kind of release you to your family for the rest of the night?
Yes. Okay, so here we were. It took us 12 years to have our Hugh. I mentioned I had other job opportunities to work and make a lot more money working other places, but I need to have a job flexibility to go to all my doctor's appointments. But also, USC is the largest private employer in Los Angeles, and they have a very generous maternity leave program. It's 10 weeks paid on top of state and federal benefits. And I stayed there because I always was trying to be a mom while I was there. And 2 weeks before Hugh's birth, and Hugh, it's just funny. So I didn't think, I'm 5'11", can't tell I'm sitting down, but and my poor sister-in-law is like very petite, and she was like she was a Chihuahua giving birth to a Great Dane. We didn't think about genetics when we were doing surrogacy. And so we had to have a scheduled C-section, anyway, so we knew the day that Hugh was gonna be born. And 2 weeks before Hugh's birth, I got a call from USC's insurance company, and they said, you're not physically pregnant and you don't get USC's maternity leave, which devastated me because all I wanted to do was be love of my son that we worked for 12 years to have. And they said, and if you take if you accept the state and federal benefits, you forego the right to challenge this policy. And then I talked, and although like I wanted this more than anything, we said, we need to challenge this because this impacts adoptions. It impacts so many more people than just us. So I took one sick day, the day he was born. And thankfully, my donors, we were really good friends. He came to all of my meetings. The day he could fly, was 2 months old. He flew to Aspen. We stayed at my donor's house. The wife babysat Hugh while I did my meetings. But a year later, we worked with the #1 attorney in Beverly Hills and a lot of other trustees, and the policy was changed. So now if you adopt or use a surrogate, and then I was able to go to my other donors who run very large companies, and they also impacted and made that change. So it's what's right. You look back at your life sometimes and you say, oh, I was put in this place for a reason. Things happened for a reason. And either I could be, selfish and just be like, no, I want to love my kid, but it needed to be changed. And so we did it. But I don't usually share that story because I don't know, but it was the right thing to do.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I don't think I gave you much of a choice, but I just think I think it speaks just to who you are and the caliber of quality of human you are, and also leader. Like that's why this company is so special and so valuable, because it's led by such integrity. So, thank you for spending time with us tonight and always. And I guess we'll let you go unless you want
Oh,
to.
thank you, everyone. Thank you for being on here. This truly is something so special, so impactful. The world needs this. The world needs you, and I would absolutely, absolutely love to partner with you. And you have amazing people on this call. Amazing. So
We have 100 people on this call. Can you believe that? So exciting. Thanks, Sarah.
bye.
All right, guys, we're gonna jump in, and we've got a few more things we want to touch on tonight, but we promised one another we're gonna keep it tight. So I have to take this challenge first. And we're gonna stick to some slides. So I'm gonna talk about products really, really briefly. I'm not gonna read you the slide, but if you want to screenshot it, this would be a really great one to slide. When Sarah talks about being a 50 to $80 billion industry in the next 6 years, you guys, like, this is already happening. And I think that speaks to, when we're looking through this, is you're here on this call to consider being a business, partnering and building a business here. So it's good to know that you're planning and investing in a company that is poised for growth, right? And it's going to continue to grow for a long time. I want to talk about this really fast, because I think a lot of people might be like me, where a couple years ago, if you had talked about hormone health, I would have thought you were talking about perimenopause and menopause. And luckily I've learned a lot, and I learned a lot. It ultimately brought me here, but I've learned a lot since being here too. And when we look at hormone health, we're looking through the lens of like our hierarchy, these pillars. And we talk a lot about this kind of on the flip side in our team, and we do a lot of trainings. But when we're talking about hormone health, we're talking about nutrition, proper nutrition. We're talking about stress management, which is our cortisol. We're talking about restful sleep and quality of sleep. That can include melatonin, proper hydration, which is going to inform all of our cells, daily detoxification, and then a healthy weight. So all of our products are designed to support and address these hormone health pillars. All of our products are going to repair, detox, and protect. And they're very cleverly and intentionally designed as well, so they have multifunction. But they're going to really hit on these primary categories, because when our bodies are supported in these areas, then our hormones are able to function and balance and be supported how they need to be supported. So Sarah mentioned we focus on keeping it really simple, what goes in, on, and around. Okay, so the things that we're putting most commonly in our bodies through consumption, on our skin, and then what's around us in terms of like cleaning products and air and fragrances. So we have a skin, so 3 product verticals is what we call them, and we try to we'll continue to build out those catalogs on each of those verticals. So we have a really great skin, which is what we launched with, a skin vertical. We have a home care, home cleaning, and then we have health and wellness. The home also includes like bath and personal care, but the health and wellness is going to be that, Sarah mentioned a little bit about the importance of our products being consumable. So when we're looking at all of these products are consumable, some, like the skincare, is usually like a 60 to 90 day, turnaround, versus our health and wellness is 20 to 30 days. So we've got our customers are, when we're looking at building an income, we want them to continue to buy. It's hard to build a business and an income if your customers are only buying a couple times a year, right? So we have products that are designed to be used daily or several times a week. And so we're not only not adding more toxins in our body because we're swapping out and replacing the things that are most commonly toxin filled, we're also supporting our body and detoxing the toxins that are already in there. So we're supporting our kidney, liver, gut, to pull out and bind to those toxins that we've already ingested, our toxic load. So it's products are having a dual function there. And here's a little bit of a glimpse at our advisory panel. Sarah talked about that, so I'm not going to dig into it, but feel free to screenshot this if you want to go search any of these people. Jenna Hua is right there. She's the founder of Million Marker. And we have a really great, one thing she didn't mention that really struck me in the beginning was that every product that we create our formulator for the actual product does a forward-facing training for us. So the formulator, so we just had Triple Boost launch our protein delivery system shake, and the formulator did an actual training call where they talked through every single ingredient, why it was chosen, what it does for us, how these ingredients work together, where it was sourced, and then we have that why other ingredients weren't chosen. So all of that is given to us for every single product, so that you can really know exactly, you can speak with confidence about how and why it was made a certain way and what it's doing to help us. So like I said, we have those 3 verticals, and the goal isn't to have 300 products. That would be like, our mantra is like, if you confuse, you lose. And that's not simple. And we think a lot of us came from a system that got really complicated and really messy, and it was really hard to win. And so keeping it really simple is nice, but also knowing that we have new products coming is really exciting too. We've already launched several new products this year. We just launched, like I said, our Triple Boost. We have a makeup collaboration coming in November, actually in just a few days. And so I want to talk about that because it speaks to, while the world of things out there is vast, right? Like there's the toxic swaps that we can make can go into so many different areas of life. And so we've got skin, health, and home. And so what about makeup? It's important to we don't want to necessarily go in and be a makeup brand and go behind manufacturing and making makeup. So what we have done is we've launching our first ever Hugh Grace certification, approved certification. So we're partnering with Youngblood Cosmetics, which is a European mineral cosmetics brand that meets our quality standards in terms of clean and toxin free. And then they have made a special set for us, like our own Hugh Grace set that is going to have our Hugh Grace approved certification stamp on there. We'll be able to sell, have, earn PV and, earn commission on by ourselves, etc. And so that'll be the first of many of those collaborations from existing brands that are doing what we're doing, but in a different way. And so then we can really stay in our lane and keep it simple, but still continue to expand, which I think is really exciting. And I'm excited to try the makeup, but also we've got, our own products coming too. So we've got shampoo and conditioner launching in January. We have a cacao functional mushroom, kind of hot cocoa thing that's launching in December. Again, that'll be a seasonal thing. Next year on the roadmap, we've got dish soap, hand soap, laundry detergent. I know there's a deodorant being worked on. I've asked for feminine products, which I know is in the roadmap somewhere. There's just so many options, but it'll stick in those few lanes. So I think that's pretty cool. And just knowing that, how many have we added this year so far, guys? Six new SKUs this year alone already, which is pretty cool. And that's how they kind of track it, is the number of SKUs. So just know that we're growing and we're adding, and that means we'll continue to have fun new things to offer. We have all these amazing holiday packaging, holiday gift sets and fun holiday things happening that just actually already launched, and we've got more coming next month, and then Black Friday, and then some stuff in December. So there's always really fun things to use to follow up and to make new connections and to kind of pull from different parts of our audience. So it's not a hard thing to share. It's a fun thing to share. They make it really fun. And so, yeah, I'm going to stop talking about products now if you have questions. Actually, so Natasha, great question. Our packaging is all environmentally friendly. Actually, the Triple Boost, because of the geothermal way that the spirulina is formulated in Iceland, it is actually carbon negative. So we always try to be really environmentally conscious in our products, but also our packaging. So it's all designed, it's all, going to be packaged really condensed and with recyclable, I don't think I had recyclable paper, brown paper, and as well as as much as possible, we put everything in glass packaging, like amber glass bottles for our cleaning products. The only thing, and BPA-free plastic, but we try to avoid plastic as much as possible, because as we know, plastic is also not hormone friendly. But we will use the BPA-free plastic, and the only things that we're really ever putting in plastic are going to be stuff that goes in the bath, so that glass doesn't fall in the bath and cut our feet and stuff, so that they're safety conscious there too. So, okay. I'm going to pass this over to Jace. Will you kick us off with our customer program?
Yeah, hi guys. I was just gonna show you. I have some of the packaging if you want to move the view. Hold on. Can you see me? This is like the recyclable stuff that they wrap the product in. It's like this. And then the actual packaging itself is really just clean and pretty and really easy to market. Okay. Okay, back to the slide. So customer centric. We have really amazing customer programs. One of the things that I love the most about our company is that it's so customer centric and friendly. A lot of the incentives we get as advocates are customer advantageous, which makes us so much more equipped and helps us get our customers in the door and feeling confident about their purchases. But we have a give 10, get 10 referral program for any customer. They have a code or a link they can share to give one of their friends $10 off, and they get $10 every time that happens, which is really cool. We have an insider program where people get 10% off, free shipping. They get early access and exclusives. These are people who are on subscription orders every month. They're considered an insider and they're automatically enrolled in that program, and they get cash back points for every purchase that they make on subscription. So that's amazing. And then we also get well, the product credits aren't for the customers, but the HG Insider points go towards products so they can apply it at checkout. And it acts as cash. So you get volume for it as advocates if your customers use their points to purchase, which is amazing. And then what's really cool that I also really like that we don't talk about a lot is that if you do have a customer that's using their referral link a lot and they're like referring a lot of people, every time they use it, because you're the advocate, that person would go under you as a new customer. But if the person that's referring a lot of people decides to become an advocate, all those people they referred automatically roll up under them, and it helps them get going with their business. Does anybody have any questions about that? You can post them in the chat and they'll talk about it. We do have, so the modern part of our direct sales and comp plan is this approach, this affiliate plus approach. So people can come in and just affiliate where they just sell. They don't build teams. It's really simple. They just have shareable links. They earn a commission. And it keeps it really clean and really simple. This is for influencers, people who like to partner with different brands. This is a great option for somebody that isn't interested in the team building side of it. The advocacy program is the full-fledged, that's where you're going to get the most benefits. You get 25% off the product, you get 25% commissions, 25 to 40% commission. You have access to building a team and moving through the comp plan and the whole thing. And then we also, what I loved, and one of the reasons I was attracted to this company is because we can also enroll retail businesses and brick and mortar stores and spas and salons and parlors and entrepreneurs who already have established businesses but need products to partner and give to their customers that align with these hormone supportive ingredients. And I think that to me was one of the coolest parts about it. So retailers get 30% off, and then they get their own personal website, but they don't have access to the team building and all that stuff. They've got a whole separate back office that's just kind of catered to them. So people can go to their website specifically, or they can just buy product that they have on hand in their stores. Super cool. Retail and affiliate volume just counts as organizational volume in your back office as an advocate. So you can put them in and they seamlessly kind of blend into our business. And it's been really cool to have those belly to belly, face to face opportunities that way. This is just a really quick glance. I'm not going to go into this a ton, so you can take a screenshot of this. You'll see more of this later. But this is kind of our structure at a glance. We are a unilevel system, meaning everybody that you personally sponsor just goes on your first level. Anybody that you bring in that sponsors someone, they go on their first level and so forth. So it's not everybody who signs up goes under the person who just came in kind of scenario. This keeps the business really clean. It keeps it really healthy. It keeps us organizationally dipping into the organization levels deep to help train and mentor and support. And it's just overall a much healthier approach and perspective to the direct sales plan. This is something that you'll go into more detail with your sponsor if you sign up and learn more about as you go. But Jamie posted the full this little picture in the chat. So if you want to pull that up and print it, it actually goes over, it's really self-explanatory and really simple. We do like to talk about the additional bonuses because these are such a unique part of our plan as well. So one of the things that is really cool is if you have somebody who just wants to retail or they're really strong in the retail arena, they can come in and they can move through these commission bonus and product credit add-ons to, this is additional to just your regular commission to level bonuses if you're building a team. This is an additional program that you can kind of dip into. So once you hit 500 in personal sales, you start getting product credits. Advocates earn these product credits through different things, but once you get a product credit, they work like cash. So you can put it towards your own product. You can put it towards gift cards for your customers or new people coming in. You can put it towards additional product if you're doing home parties or anything. You can use product credit for anything. There's no volume attached to it. So that's the one thing about the product credit is that if you're using your product credit to buy something and you're wanting volume from it, that's the one con. But other than that, that's really to help advocates invest in other areas that they want to. Sometimes it's hard when you're in the discovery phase to like buy all the product and every single thing yourself. This is one of the ways where you can start doing that a little bit quicker and also reinvest in your business to earn more. So that gets more lucrative, obviously, like the higher up you go. And once you hit $1,000 in retail, you start getting an additional bonus on top of that. So 5% all the way up to 15% plus your product credit. Our boost is something that we go over quite extensively in your Kickstarts when you become advocates. This is your first month of enrollment. And then the following 3 months, you get this additional boost period where you have additional earning potential. This is incredible. And again, this is on top of just regular commission and team level bonuses and your product retail bonuses. This is a separate program designed just to help new advocates get started and focus on the business building activity that's going to build your foundation. And then this one is my favorite bonus. For somebody that is connection based and who likes the quality over quantity method, we wanted to make sure that people coming in and building and maintaining and growing were also being rewarded for that maintenance. So at Senior Mentor and Higher, you can qualify for the growth and consistency bonus. And every time you hit one of these ranks in any given month, this growth and consistency bonus is available to you every single month on top of all of your other earnings. And to me, that's an incredible gift from the top of, hey, we recognize you, we see your leadership, we're going to reward that. And that piece of it can become quite lucrative once you get into those leadership ranks. And then this is also a newer program that came in this year. One thing that we do with our comp plan is they assess it every single year, and they make changes based on the market, based on the needs of the network, based on what's going on to keep our comp plan healthy and up to date. This is one of those measures and checks and balances they have in place to keep our organization thriving. But this particular leadership pool is really cool. It's paid out once a quarter to senior mentors and higher. You have to hold that rank or a rank below for 3 months in a row, and you qualify for it. It's just 3% of the company's commissionable volume for that quarter, and each share equals 3% of that. So that also can become quite lucrative as you get going, and our company is growing a lot. So this is just going to continue to grow. I hope they keep it forever. We'll see. And then that's pretty much it. Does anybody have any did we get any basic questions? We'd like to keep things real simple here. It's not super complicated.
Nothing came through the chat, but we
Okay,
can
perfect.
at the end if anyone has like burning questions.
Does anyone have burning questions? Okay,
All right,
we
Lens.
turn it to Lindsay for enrollment.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. We are so excited. You guys are coming on to the top team and the fastest growing team with tons. I want to say tons, right, Jamie? You can tell me. Lots of leaders on this team. It has been such a cool collaborative experience in this community, as you can see here, all of us here tonight. We love like working together, doing things together, which actually simplifies everything. It saves us time. It's been so awesome to be in this specific team. We are committed to breaking toxic patterns and empowering leaders in a healthy, thriving culture. Here, you are going to have weekly team trainings. You're going to have calls like this that you can bring people to, as well as hormone health master classes. We will have recognition prizes and retreats. So who likes to travel? You should tell me in the comments if you love to travel. Do you want to take me back to Canada, or you want me to go through this first? Okay. Yay. I love that you guys love to travel. All right. So we've got some trips coming up, just a couple. Very excited. Jamie has our first leaders retreat in New York City, just a couple months or less away. Over Christmas time, she's hosting the first retreat. So that's going to be really fun for all who are attending, who earned it. And then going into the new year, we've got 3 amazing trips. The first one coming up in February is our leadership retreat. This will be put on by Hugh and Grace. All you have to do is hit a senior mentor level, talk to the person you enroll with about what that looks like. And then we have Puerto Rico. That is our escape trip that's coming up. As you are bringing on customers and building your team, you will see how you'll start to earn points to earn that trip. And then finally, coming up in the summer, Jamie has a director's retreat in Italy that will be in June. So lots of travel opportunities coming up. And we can go through all the Canada info now. So we are going to be opening up. You guys ready? Here we go. We are going to break down the details on Canada. Yes, we can earn airfare here. It's very exciting. Okay, so we are opening up November 1st. Canada officially launches. And there's going to be, you're going to be paid in Canadian dollars. Did I say that right? And then you will purchase in Canadian dollars. The shipping is going to be enhanced. So we're going to see different shipping than what you might be seeing right now. And every single person who joins is going to be a founding Canada advocate. And there is some more information to come on what that is going to look like. This Friday, we have an informational call on the 25th at 10 a.m. That's going to break down those details. I did see a question about Canada. Where did that go?
Someone asked if the makeup was going to be available in Canada.
Youngblood ships to Canada, so I'm guessing yes.
I just asked Sarah, so I was hoping she would spill something. She's really fun. She shares things that are supposed to be like top secret sometimes. So I was like, maybe she'll just tell me if I ask her. But she said that she's going to check with the CEO tomorrow. We don't know for sure. So we will have on Friday, have all of the information like that we've asked for, like a product roadmap, like what products in every province, like give us a list so we can be really clear. So that should be available Friday.
Yep. Will there be a Canadian website that shows pricing? I'm going to go with probably yes.
Probably yes.
The Friday call is going to go over like the full launch details. So like everything.
Yeah.
It will be recorded. It's at 1 p.m. EST. And if you hang out till the very end, we can get you the link. It is designed for our existing advocates. It is designed for the field. So that we're going to be talking Hugh and Grace stuff. It's not like an interest call like this. So we're more than welcome to invite you to it. Just know that that's who the call is geared for. So they're going to be talking about things that probably won't make any sense to you part of the time.
Yeah, a lot of these questions, will Triple Boost be available? Will you have access to all the products? I'm sure they are going to go over all of that on Friday. So stay tuned. All right. Okay. We have quite a few amazing bundles that you can enroll with. I'm going to walk you through some of these options and you can make your decision on what the best choice for you is. We have the possibility set, which is giving you multiple products to try out, from the cleaning to our routine to skincare, with a couple extras in there like our lip mask and our gua sha. That 5-in-1 cleanser is one of my favorites. You guys are going to love that. You also can come on with just the cleaning set if that's something of interest to you. The bestseller set is another great way to get started. That's going to give you a little taste of everything. We've got the cleaning product in there, the routine in there, a lip mask, body oil, and a body polish. Then we also have over here on the other side, if you want to simply start with the routine, which is how many of us started, in the bottom corner there, you've got the AM supplement, hydrate detox, and collagen. And then at the top, you can add the night supplement, which is called the wellness set. If you'd like to start with protein and hydrate and detox, right there in the middle, we've got the triple boost routine. So that will give you the AM supplement, triple boost protein, as well as hydrate and detox. And then finally our skincare set, which is going to give you our face serum, our night serum, our body oil, and a bar of soap to get started with. Right now, never mind. This is all going to open on November 1st. So if we get any codes, you will find out. In the meantime, it's a $45 enrollment fee. There is no monthly business fees here. You are not going to get those. You will only see that one time annually. You can cancel at any time. It is 100 PV to be active. And as Jace went over, your commission starts at 25%, starts at 25 and goes all the way up to 40. You can move on to the next.
That was our last one. So
That's our last one. Yay. Okay. Questions?
you guys, all of these Canada specific questions, we've gotta wait till Friday. So, but we love them and we're gonna make a list of them. Sorry, I was trying to add all of us on here. We'll make a list of them and make sure we have all the answers. And then we'll publish them out to our team. So every leader will have them. So come Friday afternoon, we'll make sure to have like an FAQ. I think they were, corporate told me today they were on a call, literally writing the FAQ. So, so that will come. The prices that were listed there, those are all US prices. We don't know what prices will be yet in Canada and Canadian dollars. So, we'll have, and then we'll start, as soon as we have those prices, we'll start getting to work as a team to make all of the graphics available with all of that stuff. I do know there will be a Canadian enrollment promo code. So
Okay.
there will be that. But for right now, we have $1 to enroll through the end of the month. So if you are, not everyone here is a Canadian prospect. So like if you are ready to go now, we have $1 enrollment with any of those bundles. And then someone asked too if you can add stuff on. Yes, you can add whatever you want to your cart. I went a little wild and crazy when I signed up. I'm like, no.
I actually recommend, I really am legitimately throwing this out. I do recommend the bigger bundle if you really want to just go for it, because you will end up spending, like you'll buy something and then 2 weeks later, you're going to be like, I want to try this. And then you're going to be like, I want to try this. And that has been proven over and over and over again for the last year. So you do end up spending less if you just do more upfront, but I'm just throwing that out there as a tip to help you and your wallet. And I will say the Canadian currency should be showing, because a lot of the products are available to customers already. So if you go to hughandgrace.com and you look and it'll ask you if you're in Canada and US, and if you just put Canada, then it'll be in your pricing already. That's already built into the system.
True. And yeah, be excited. No, we don't mind the
Yeah.
questions. don't have answers to the questions and I feel bad, but be excited. We're excited.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot more information on Friday for sure. If you're in the US, you don't have to wait, obviously. Let's see. Yeah, shipping rates are going to switch though on November 1st. So if you do want to buy and you are in Canada, I would recommend the 1st because they will be a lot more feasible at
and then
that point.
shipping company also, I think part of the reason why we're going with them is they also help take care of the duties. So that I know is a huge thing with Canada, which I know we'll know specifics on that Friday, but I know that that's been like all my Canadian customers I had when I first started, I was like, you're spending what on what? So
Yeah.
that is getting way, way better, very fast. So, and how can you, we actually have when when advocates, when we shop, we can shop in our own little shop for 25% off. And then there's a boutique button that will take us right to the swag shop. And that's where Jace is modeling the cap. They just added that to our swag shop.
There's this one that we got too from
One thing
Maui.
to know about Sarah is she was like she kind of referenced it lightly on the call, but she has very high standards. Like if she
She's
wouldn't wear it,
bougie.
if she wouldn't
She's
wear it,
bougie, guys.
Really bougie.
yeah. No, yeah. So she's bougie, but she just like she knows what she wants, and she's like, if she's not gonna put the Hugh and Grace name on it, if it's not gonna be something that she would wear and rep proudly. So everything we have is so cute. Like there's nothing like that I would go, oh, who would wear that? Which I feel like happened a lot for many years for me. But like everything, I'm like, oh, I want to buy. I want to wear this. I want to wear that. Yep. So there's wear and share. Yeah, such cute stuff. And one of my favorite things is to make like wearable like apparel. I was like, in a different life, I would have been an apparel designer because I love to like make team swag too. So okay, I'm gonna stop recording and stop the live stream. Okay.